I think we're going to see a lot of sunshine today. Good morning, guys. Going to be a nice one out there, a quiet commute, no issues out there as we progress through our Friday. And ahead of this low pressure, temperatures really going to surge upwards. So that'll be one nice aspect of our Friday if you wanted some warmer air. Satellite and radar showing some clouds. We've seen a little impulse work through the atmosphere, which is the driver in that. But I think we are going to see a nice deal of sunshine today, which will give us a smooth sailing both morning and evening commute. It's cold out there, though, so make sure you grab that heavier coat for sure. Temperatures are in the 20s and 30s. As we head through the next 12 hours, we're back into the upper 40s and lower 50s, above average for this time of the year. We are tracking some changes, though, as we head into the first half of the weekend as the storm system moves in. The wind really going to be a big aspect of this storm, and really a waterlogged Saturday for us. As cold air wraps in, we may see a few snow showers arriving by Sundays. That's what's going to be our big weather headlines throughout the next couple of days. And then we're looking at some cooler conditions, too. We'll talk more about that, and, of course, when we have some more rain moving in just a little bit.
All right, TJ, thank you. Well, the mission of MERS Missouri Goodwill is changing lives through the power of work. Nigel McDonald has the details on how the group is upholding its mission during a pandemic. Nigel, good morning.
Yeah, Jen, well, good morning. It's no surprise 2020 was a tough year for businesses and organizations, but Goodwill told me it still received a significant amount of donations and people still visited its retail stores, and that allowed them to continue helping adults complete high school. Now, Shamanique Blakey is a student at MERS Goodwill's Excel Center. Blakey is on her way to receiving her high school diploma free of charge thanks to the nonprofit. She's also gained employment. Now, Blakey started the program while living in a shelter and has since transitioned into her own apartment. She tells me it feels good to know someone her age can still go back to school to complete their education.
Plan to go to college. I want to do computer programming. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. I started this program in the shelter, and I moved from the shelter to my own place now. You know, it's a good program. You can benefit from that program.
Well, the program Blakey is speaking on is the Excel Center, and it provides a free drop-in center for childcare, transportation assistance, extended hours, and year-round operation to support students as they work toward the goal of earning a diploma.
All right, Nija, thank you. We are delivering the dose coverage this morning. A nonprofit that helps adults with intellectual disabilities took its mission one step further yesterday. The Arc of the Ozarks gave its clients and staff the first dose of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Several people who got their shot fall into a high-risk category. 30-year-old client Ian Featherston participated, and his father says he's relieved. Featherston has autism, development delay, and schizophrenia. He is at a greater risk if he contracts the coronavirus.
He's asthmatic, for one. He takes quite a bit of medications, and I think all that medication, he needs something for that.
Brave, be brave, you're done.
Quite a relief for him.
A clinic for the second dose has been scheduled for a later date. The Arc of the Ozarks will hold a drive-through COVID-19 vaccine clinic today at its Monette location from 10 a.m. until noon, and another event will happen at its Joplin location from 2 to 5.
Christian County first responders have the chance to get vaccinated today. Alps Pharmacy, Christian County Emergency Management, and Union Hill Church are teaming up to make it happen. Organizers are using this as a small-scale test run, which will be expanded for future mass vaccination sites in the coming months.
When the COVID-19 vaccine is readily available, the world's largest retailer says staff will be ready to give those shots. More than 5,000 Walmart and Sam's Club stores around the country are operationally and clinically ready to administer the vaccines, and that's according to Walmart's Senior Director of Health and Wellness. Walmart says pharmacy staff has had extensive clinical training and is equipped to speak with customers, too, if they are hesitant about taking the vaccine.
It feels amazing to be able to support my community in this way, just being able to really protect the people that I care about.
Once supply can meet demand, Walmart plans to offer the vaccine 7 days a week at its pharmacies and store vaccination clinics and through large community events.
Many that have received the first shot of the coronavirus vaccine say it's painless, but the FDA warns there could be some side effects from that second treatment. Doctors say that shouldn't discourage you from getting fully vaccinated. After getting a second dose, Dr. Mike Regain says his symptoms were mild and only slightly more intense than the first round, and that's what he expected.
My arm was maybe just a touch more sore, but not a lot, and I felt a little fatigued. Most people are going to have a sore arm and maybe feel a little bit fatigued, and about half of the people will have a headache.
After the second shot, he says these symptoms typically go away in a day or two, and only about 15 out of 100 people will even get a mild fever. Doctors remind us, though, these are the same symptoms they see every year with other shots like the flu vaccine. Their presence means the vaccine's working. It's your body's natural immune response. The reason the second shot can be more intense is because your immune system recognizes it from the first time. And the vaccine info, as we know, is changing on a daily basis. If you've missed any of our coverage from this, just go over to ozarksfirst.com, click on COVID vaccine updates. It's a page we're updating every day.
Bringing crime into focus this morning, the woman accused of murdering her daughter in Ozark County in 2017 is scheduled to have a bond hearing later this morning. Rebecca Rood is currently being held in the Taney County Jail without bond. She is facing several felony charges, including first-degree murder in Savannah Leckie's death. Court documents show Leckie's remains were found burned on Rood's property where she lived with her husband at the time. Rood's alleged accomplice and husband, Robert Pete Jr., faces the same charges, but was granted and posted bail in 2018. He has a court hearing in Greene County today as well. And now here's a look at what's coming up after Daybreak.
Coming up, we're talking with the new head of the CDC about the effectiveness of vaccines against the alarming new COVID strains. Plus, a look back at the life of Cicely Tyson and how she most wanted to be remembered. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
All right, so this morning we have to say goodbye to Nyjah. Today is her last day here with us on Daybreak. So Nyjah, it has been wonderful to have you here on Daybreak. Tell us a little bit about just how awesome we have been on Daybreak and what you're doing next.
Yeah, well, most people don't want to pick this shift, but actually this was my first shift at my first station, so I like this. I like waking up in the morning, telling people what they need to know before they head out the door, so I've really enjoyed working with you guys. But I am headed back to Texas. I'm very homesick, so it's time for me to head on back down to Dallas. Looking to pursue some PR communications type roles.
You'll be closer to family. We know that's very important, and that's one of the toughest parts about this industry and this job is that we often move away from family. So going back home, we totally understand, and being closer to family. And you've done a great job here with our stories you have done each morning.
Non-TV note, I've always appreciated your food and television recommendations. So that's what I've liked.
That's right. That's right. Each morning is
always fun in the newsroom to talk about that.
And what to watch, right? You should watch this. You should watch that. Yes.
Yes, we talk about food every day. Maybe one day we'll come together and make a food podcast.
There we go. I love that. That'd be fun. A reunion. There we go.
Yes,
I'm all about that.
Yeah, but I definitely will miss you guys and waking up every morning with you all. So it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Very
It's
nice.
been fun.
We've been talking about food and TV today, too.
Yeah.
Braving the hard hours together here, those
Yes.
difficult hours, yes.
Very
All
nice.
right.
Congratulations. Good luck to you, Nyjah.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Good luck, Nyjah.
I miss you so much.
Thank you.
We will miss you. All right. Well, we definitely thanks Nyjah for everything, from being here with us so long, and thank you for waking up with us this morning. We'll see you at midday.